Masterplan Subcommittee. And I do not have an agenda. Oh, here we go.
There you go. Does anyone else need one? I've got some extras. Good?
I think those go together.
Oh,
yeah, that's
right.
this piece here.
So, Jim is excused tonight. He's off hunting, he said. So I said, go get a big buck.
I hope he kills some.
Go get something.
Fill the freezer.
Yes. So, nobody's here from the community, but does anybody want to open or speak? I know, Mark, you had said maybe you would like to speak, or if you want us to go through it all
Yeah.
and then talk to them.
Whatever, is there a vote?
I think the purpose would be to finalize a decision, make a decision and move to forward that to the planning board.
Concerning North Country Council.
Yeah.
And are we about the same place as we were last week, month?
Yes.
One of those last?
Yes, so the proposal is the same, it's still the second version. We just needed to decide if we wanted to take out the big meeting, which was $3,600. That is like the visioning meeting. It's kind of a big ticket item, but it's also a big chunk of like what we do for outreach. And then also how we want to send out a mailer, which is another $700 to get to every single mailbox. So that's up to us.
No mail-in ballots, no. Sorry. Ouch.
Yeah.
New Hampshire Housing doesn't have HOP grant money left, which we could have used for all this, but I did talk to them 2 weeks ago, and they're going to start allowing towns to apply for what they call mini grants up to $5,000. Again, they had taken that off the table. And that can be used towards anything you redo in this master plan regarding the housing portion of it. So we might be able to get some help to offset costs in writing up anything having to do with housing in our new plan. And I'm trying to look in here and figure out, like the land use element is $2,500. That's half of it right there.
Yeah.
And can we somehow manipulate that? So I have reached out to New Hampshire Housing to say, can we talk about this a little more deeply? And I thought I would show them sort of our grid and say, what can you help us with?
Yeah.
Because $5,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah, I think it's worthwhile to go for it, and even if it's after the fact, would they reimburse? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think so. The mini grants, they usually will send out, even if, like, we had that event last week, they sent us the money before the event.
Okay.
Yeah. We just had to be able to explain how we were gonna use it, and you have to show them that you used it appropriately.
Okay. I feel like, as far as housing too, and you would know more about this, but possibly doing a study on how we can better align our zoning with current housing needs or something like that. We could put something together.
Yeah, we can definitely
To
use
push
the
it.
funds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was curious to see if we could use it to offset some of this ask of the townspeople. Not sure that we'll be able to fully use it for that.
Okay.
We'll see.
I mean,
So you'd be
Yeah.
committing to a contract with the North Country Council, but you don't have the money for sure? Is that the timing on this?
So last month when we were here, we all talked about this North Country Council proposal, and we're short about, I don't know, $17,000, so we talked about mulling that over, coming back to this meeting and saying, are we gonna put a request in to ask the taxpayers
Yes.
for that money? In the meantime, we're looking for alternatives to not have to ask the taxpayers for 15 or 17,000 more. So New Hampshire Housing has some funds, and we're trying to figure out, can we use those funds to help us offset the gap that we currently have?
Okay, so for the 15,000, you have to wait till next March to get a decision.
That is correct.
So you wouldn't contract with North Country Council until you had that.
I can't say that.
We could contract with them, and Michelle, I sent her an email, and she responded to some of our questions, but basically she's allowing us to phase it,
So you contract for what you have
Mhm.
cash for now, and then you have the option, if they vote for 15, that you could do
yeah,
more.
which would essentially get us through to land use, and then we would be on our own. So I'd rather ask for the full amount and end up with a complete master plan rather than just get us through visioning, and I don't know if it would be worth it. It doesn't feel like it would be
Right.
worth it, but we could try it.
What was the plan when 25,000 was asked for?
Oh,
Why did you
I
ask for
asked-
25,000?
I asked the selectmen for like 100, and, cause that's what it would really cost, and
Right,
they said, no, how about 25? So it's a randomly selected number, because we're 25 years behind doing a master plan update.
so there's no plan, just
No.
25?
No, it's just, here we
Just to
go.
get it started.
But I feel like, so what we would do is we'd take the proposal, right, and then we would go to the planning board first and say, okay, here is what we would like a warrant article for. And it was closer to 12,000 because we put the membership dues into the planning board
Yep.
budget.
Yep,
So we're still asking for that, it's just in a different
Bucket.
different bucket, to be transparent. And that's annual, so that would, we would have that again next year too. It's not just
And-
like a one-time fee, it's every year that we're a part of.
we don't have a selectman, we don't have budget committee, and they haven't erased that line from our budget?
You're talking about the proposed budget?
Yeah.
They haven't even.
I don't think they
It's
did.
way
they haven't
too
even
early.
done- Yeah,
Okay.
they're
I
just
can-
starting incrementally to get through it. They don't, selectmen haven't proposed the full budget yet.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I have the CIP committee with Joy and Sharon, and so then I think what we would do is bring this to budget first, or selectmen first? You would know more than I would, but,
Oh, I would
to
bring it
get
to,
there,
the-
okay.
I would bring it to the selectmen.
Selectmen, and then budget takes it, and do they chop it? Or
Yeah.
try to
They
chop
don't
it?
have authority to chop it. They're advisory only. They can make recommendations that they don't like something, or they can
Right.
recommend that they not recommend.
Yeah.
That's basically, the selectmen control the budget. So the only ones that you need to talk to get something in or out of your budget is the selectmen.
So, that's
So-
our process, and we see if they approve it, I mean, I guess we're allowed to still put it forward
Yes,
for a
we
vote,
could,
but.
yeah, we could ask them to submit a warrant article to complete the master plan,
Okay,
so. And they might do it, and then we might have to petition it, so.
yeah, which we really, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that, hopefully we can show them like what we've worked on and how we've also cut down on
Yeah.
certain line items and how we're
Yep.
putting the work in to make it happen.
So our commitment to North Country Council for this first phase is how much?
So, let's see. For the first phase, I wanna say it's 19,745. And then phase 2 is 16,820.
And so the balance is 16,820, which would include the dues.
Yes. So we have the 25,
Excuse me,
and
thank
we
you.
want to. So we have the 25. We would need, if we decided to do the big meeting and do the $700 for mailing, then it would be $12,265 needed by warrant. So that's kind of where we are. And they are okay with us paying those dues, securing the contract now and paying the dues in March if we have our budget approved.
So we have enough money currently for phase one.
So we could essentially start.
And,
With the planning boards, okay.
right,
Yeah.
because we have the money and we can spend it. And so maybe this board should decide about the meeting, the visioning meeting, and the mailer. So we can go to the planning board and say, here's our plan going forward. This is what you get for 1970-735, and if we eliminate, if we don't need the visioning and we don't need the mailer, we will save $700 and $3,600.
Can we just go back and, I'm trying to follow along the notes I took last month, and I come up with $23,050 for everything that we said was in phase one, so I think I'm adding something in that's maybe not supposed to be added in, but I can't see what I could cut to make that math work.
There's a discount. Did you do the discount?
Is that the $2,000?
Yeah, there's $2,000 discount and 10% off.
What would the discount be?
10%. And we moved the membership fees. Was that with the membership fees or not?
No, I was just going down this project scope services,
Okay.
and I put a little mark on everything above that was phase one, and everything below it was phase two. And I just added up their numbers. But you said 10%, but that would only be,
Because our spreadsheet came to $42,850. Member discount is $42.85. Leveraged funds discount is $2,000 for a total member rate of $36,565, which is where the close to $12,000 comes in. Non-member, $40,850. So funds, assuming we weren't a member, we'd need $15,850 for everything on this list, which was in the second proposal where she cut a bunch of stuff out.
Does that help?
not me. I'm looking at the costs on their proposal, and I'm not sure. It's just,
Is that the V2 dated September 30th? Because we do have two of them. And that could throw you.
Yep.
Okay, great.
yep. And if I take off the $2,000, that gets me down to 21,050. $23,735. I'm off by $1,315.
Yeah, cause in this proposal, I don't really see phases.
Well, no, it was discussed in our meeting last month, and I just put a mark
Oh,
on
gotcha.
this, that everything from the data collection to the beginning was phase one.
Gotcha. So task 1 through 4 is phase 1.
Yep.
Make a note of that here.
That's what I had, and then I'm added up those numbers, and come up with the $23,050. And if I deduct the $2,000 in-house leverage funds, whatever that, it leaves me still with $1,315 more than the $19,735. I'm just trying to figure out, understand what comprises that number. I think I must be adding something from this menu that
Yeah.
I didn't.
23050, is that what you got?
Yes,
That's what I got when I just manually add up items 1 through 4. But if we become a member, we're gonna minus 4285, which puts us at 18,765. I don't know if they'll give us the leverage discount if we don't sign the whole thing and we only sign half. So even if we're conservative and don't put the 2,000 in, we're at 18,765 needed.
right, but that's lower than the number that we're working with.
I think when I added it up, what did I put in? I included through land and then,
Oh, through land, which is item 5, correct? 1, 2.
Okay, well,
That's another $2,500, the land use element. 5 and 6, final engagement.
but that makes my problem worse by adding another $2,500.
So you're wondering how we got 19,475?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not getting that number anywhere. 18,765. Let's see. 18,765.
what did you get, Evelyn?
I got 18,765 minus 19, and we're off $710 there. Could that be a
Would that be the mail-in?
percentage disc? Oh, maybe that's the mailer, which is not on this list, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Not gonna worry about $10, but $700. $700 town mailer. So 18.
right, but I thought we hadn't decided on that yet.
We hadn't, we were
We
just
haven't.
looking at pricing. Okay. That makes more sense.
So are we going all the way through? Hold on. So we're adding that $2,500?
You wanted us to add phase 5, right? The land use phase to this? or no?
Um,
Cause you and I and Mike balance if we go to task, I apologize, I shouldn't have said phase. If we go to task 4, 1 to 4, we balance,
Okay, so can you walk me through that? So we got
absolutely.
$23,050 total with their numbers.
Yes.
And then what do we,
We're gonna minus from that 4285 to join NCC.
4285, and that's the member discount, kind
Because that's just gonna run through the planning board budget rather
Right.
than ours.
of, okay.
And that should get you to where we are right now, if you include the $700 mailer.
so it should be 36,565 total.
Mm-hmm. After the discounts,
Yeah.
but that's for the whole thing, Mike's
So you
just
got
thinking.
19,465.
Yes.
Mark, if we decide to do that, do we go to the planning board to the select board afterward and ask for them to release that so that we can sign into the contract with them?
I don't think we have to, but we probably should check with them.
Okay.
How do
Who's, and she should be at our 7 o'clock meeting. Our select rep.
Yeah, but I was just trying to think how that warrant article was written.
Oh,
Do we have this year's book down?
Hold on. And then we can move forward with a motion to either accept the meeting or eliminate the meeting.
yeah, maybe we should go through the mailing and the vision, and then we can land with a number.
Okay, so we decided project kickoff has to happen. Then the next piece would be the vision. And that includes the community forum. So we would be responsible for reserving the location. We didn't include refreshments or anything like that, but a lot of times, like the PTO or maybe the library would wanna set something up where they're doing a fundraiser. So we could do that. To publicize the community forum, and that's where the mailer comes into play. We would be responsible for that, and then we just attend the forum, they host it, and they develop the outreach, like flyers and posts and the mailer for us, but we send that out. And then they facilitate the meeting and provide us with a summary of feedback
Okay,
from it.
and that was that $3,600?
Yep.
So,
The selectmen are agents to expend. Selectmen are agents to expend. So you just have to go to them with a request for money, and then they'll contact the treasurer to release it,
Okay,
write a check.
Do you have to spend it first, or just ask for it?
You have to ask for it to get a check before, I mean, that's, there's no, I mean, they'd ask questions, but you're gonna explain what you want it for.
Right.
It was appropriated for the purpose of updating the master plan.
Gotcha.
I mean, I suppose they could say no, but I don't know how that would go.
say no and. Okay, so what do we all think about the visioning?
I need glasses.
You look more distinguished.
My BCGs.
We tossed it back and forth, and I don't know, I watched Mark do the Idolize one, and he did great, so I think we could do it, but I feel like having the third party host it, we can all participate, and, we don't have to be the ones
That-
asking all the questions
Right.
and doing that, and I feel like it's such a big piece of it, that getting it right and getting as much feedback as possible is pretty important, and it feels like one of those cornerstone pieces of putting it together. So that's just my feeling on that. Anybody else?
It probably is worth that third person coming in here, so we don't have a perception of anybody like taking the lead besides these people from North Country Council, whoever they are. And how was the Idolize?
About 50 minutes,
Okay. And how many people?
3 residents on a Saturday morning.
So not very well attended.
No, and they weren't, the subjects they picked were interesting. Nothing about taxes, nothing about zoning, nothing about roads, nothing about, it was protecting the ponds, recreation were the highest priorities.
Hmm.
They got into the weeds, literally, the weeds of the ponds.
Wow.
So the non-native invasive species, or?
They covered that, they wanted to know how to identify which ones and who to be talking to. And so they listed out the subjects they wanted to talk about as a group, then they prioritized the order. They decided how long they were gonna give for the whole conversation, and that's what they did.
Hmm.
And they had 5 major topics, and the 5th one was STR, because one of the STR people took the opportunity to discuss it publicly, and that doesn't have much to do with Idleways, other than we're loaded with vacation homes.
Right.
But the ordinances are, in the budget, the legal budget of 80,000 and all that, that's not the commissioners or Idleways.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So I feel like it was more of a small group forum, but the conversation was nice. I mean, just to get
It
some
is
feedback.
interesting, to your point, Mark, and I think you said it earlier, Mike. We gotta make sure people don't think we're bringing our own agendas to the table. And I never would have thought to talk about non-invasive species in the pond, but it is a really important topic when you think about the amount of water in this town. We do have to protect it, so that's the beauty of having somebody running it that allows everybody's voice to be heard.
Okay. And so, how about a show of hands on the visioning, all those in favor? Opposed?
of spending money on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll oppose that. I don't like spending, I'm not into spending money.
So, unnecessarily. And so you don't think there'll be much to gain?
What it sounds like with his experience, he's basing that on something real.
So,
Yeah, this isn't the first time we did it, this last week.
yeah. So,
We're doing it again with the budget next month, right here, in a couple of weeks.
Now, when you're talking about the visioning, Mark, are you talking about this budget item, or?
this budget
this-
item.
Yeah.
Yes, of having North Country Council come advertise a meeting
Do the four.
and do, yeah, as professional planners, walk the town through what we should be thinking of or could be thinking of.
I think you get more honest feedback with them doing it instead of because they just, if we did it, they just be telling us what we wanna hear, or what they think we wanna hear. But if North Country does it, then they don't have any skin in this game.
Yeah,
So you probably get more honest feedback to them than you would to us.
we haven't done anything like that for a quarter of a century or something, hasn't it been?
The real bitter pill is whether you wanna spend the money or not. I'm in agreement with Mark, I don't wanna spend it at all. But that's just me, because I'm exposed to so many different things. And I'm quite cynical and maybe a little bit battered and bruised, but when you talk about cutting an operating budget or holding the line or reducing it by 3%, and then talking about spending new money, it gets a little disingenuous of where we're coming from. And I don't mean this group, I just mean in the global, when public statements are made, you have to say what you mean and mean what you say. And so if you ask me, do I think we can get this across, my gut reaction would be not at all possible, because of what they're putting the department heads through. There's no way they're gonna appropriate more money, or, want to. But that's the budgeteers and everybody, it's, roll the dice to see what town meeting's gonna do. I've seen it go, you've seen it too, things that weren't recommended that get passed, and
Right.
things that were recommended and absolutely needed, they get defeated, and
Yep.
so you never know, but,
I saw them vote money to move this building here.
right.
It's like,
But I
Blew
think,
my mind, I
if we
love
are-
the building, I love it.
my
but
personal
blew my mind.
feelings and my personal vote aside, my feeling is if we're going to engage them, then we should engage them.
Right,
And we should let them run the orchestration of all of the events and keep it real.
right.
If we're gonna engage them, then let's engage them and let them do the professional work. If we don't think we need to and we're not gonna engage them, then let's not. I just don't think, the piecemeal isn't the way to go. It's just like trying to save money, but are you really saving money? Because you're just cutting $1,900, which in the grand scheme of the importance of what we're talking about is not a lot of money. It's kind of foolish to engage them and cut that piece out, I guess is what I'm saying.
I think it's important to engage them, move forward, and then I think it'll show you have a better chance of getting more funds, because they're gonna see that something is happening with the funds that have already been approved.
Right.
So we're using it hopefully intelligently to do this and move something forward.
Yeah, I just don't see, I don't see the utility of trying to cut.
okay,
You're not gonna get a professional service for nothing, because that's what I'd like.
Right,
I'd like them
yeah.
to volunteer their time, come in and help us with this, and thank you very much, no charge. That's not gonna happen.
Be nice.
It would be incredibly nice.
yeah. Or why the state passes laws that we have to enforce and then doesn't.
With no funding.
Well, there's that piece, but then we have to have this, but there's no backup that says you have to follow it, because it's never been followed.
Right? How many,
Which leads to the reason why you have somebody walk in from outside and they'll look at it and say, well, it hasn't been updated, that means it's no good, so now we gotta rewrite it, we're gonna rewrite it all differently, and we didn't follow the first one to begin with.
right? I did a search to see how many times the website's minutes had any reference to the master plan. Do you guys remember the last time you had referenced the master plan as a planning board function?
Yeah, I can remember distinctly Jay Buckley referring to the master plan and STRs in the Edelweiss as the town being as a place for summer rentals, which is what was in the master plan, but it's not how the
And how that
regulation is
guideline
written.
affect that point going forward? It went in the opposite direction, right?
Exactly.
That's my point, a $40,000 document that I don't see this town uses much.
It's kind of shame on us, though, that we didn't, when we made our decisions and we bring changes forth to the voters, shame on us for not going, oh, wait a minute, what does our master plan say? And should we really be bringing this before the voters the way it's written?
But that's not what the humans here do.
Here, but it does happen in other places successfully, and there's no reason we can't begin to do that as a community. It's our choice,
That's why I wouldn't spend thousands of dollars first.
because you wouldn't spend time doing that, you mean? Looking at the master plan?
No, I was involved in making a master plan, I just watched what happened after the.
Yeah, I'm
It
not,
comes down to town meeting, it comes down to the discussions on the floor, and the town does this and the town does that. And the master plan isn't very consequential. So, just pragmatic. Change the town first, then if it needs a master plan, then spend money on it, but just get people's thoughts down in a simple master plan, cause that's what we really need. What are the major issues here?
isn't that what we're trying to do?
No, I'm hearing that it's all about the structure and taking the proposal and trying to figure out how to spend the money and do something that's a show.
Oh, that's not my takeaway at all. I appreciate you sharing, not my takeaway at all. My takeaway is, we're building a roadmap for what to do over the next 6 to 18 months to create a plan that fits with the vision of our town citizens, because we've gone out and asked them what they want this to look like. And once that vision is on paper, it is the planning board and the elected officials over time, over the course of the next 5 to 10 years, when we are thinking about making changes, to look at that master plan and say, so if we turn,
So we're not
This
disagreeing
into
about
a
making the
commercial.
document, it's the deed. It's
How to
whether it's
use
a
it.
$30,000 document you have or not.
How to
Spending
use it.
30,000 on it or not.
Yeah.
And you started this in April, it's now November. Yow.
because
That
we're
should tell you
doing it
something.
with, we're all kind of learning this as we go, and when we choose not to hire professionals in the beginning, this is what it looks like.
Well, I don't agree with that.
That's okay.
Well, I think we decided early on that we were gonna explore the option more deeply, and, I mean, it's different than what I started in spring, but
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with,
That's the thing, is what you started was the track we should have stayed on.
but it's a committee, so
Right.
we have to take votes along the way and different ideas and follow what folks feel more comfortable with. So if hiring a third party is where it's at, then that's okay, we'll make it work. We'll merge it and work together, and we do have a lot of different opinions around the table and different, leaders from all different groups that
And I
run the
think-
town, so we wanna make sure that we can all buy into this, and if it costs money to do that, like literally buy into it, I'm okay with it. We put a little bit of, we're putting our time and effort and attention into this, and then we're asking our neighbors and our taxpayers, our fellow residents to come to the table with their ideas, come to the table with tax funds, and put into this, and then they're trusting us to use it at a leadership level. So putting money into the document and getting the document and the process correct is just as important as what we end up with and implementing that. So I think that's the next step, you know, how are we going to use it?
I think realistically, if we're gonna have subdivision regulations and zoning regulations, that we have to have a master plan, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, and we
Whether we
learned more
follow it
about
or
that
not.
tonight, right?
So,
We learned more about the changes for this year tonight, and
So-
so,
yes. So, what the state throws at us.
yeah.
But the state said if you want subdivision regulations, you have to develop a master plan to head in whatever direction you think you're gonna head in. But we could write a plan that says we want a McDonald's on the plains and a big box by Coleman's, and it's not gonna happen unless some corporation comes and leads the way. So,
Have we had any more surveys come in on the online survey?
We have 125, and that's where
that's
it's at.
pretty good.
I'm happy with it so far. I mean, if we could get some more, that would be great. So keep spreading the word and
So,
take it all. But good information, and also NCC will come in and help us decipher that too, and they'll take a look at that before the visioning session to really help guide that conversation. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think getting those key points, and not that the Idlewild discussion was good, and I think we need more of those conversations, but to have them take a look at all of the data that we've compiled so far and really like dig into some of these bigger issues, I think it will help us in what we end up with, and hopefully some projects that we can implement.
the land use stuff is tough. Cause we changed our ordinance to accommodate workforce housing and ADUs, and so we have put some stuff in, but it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. I mean, particularly the ADU is like the perfect example. You can do an ADU, oh, but you need a new septic system, and
Did you see the one they just put in at Sally's old bed and breakfast? I don't know what they
Where?
call it now. The bottom of Mooney Hill Road, B&B
Yeah.
on the right-hand side.
Right.
Big
next to-
sign out
next-
there that says
Drew's house.
ADU coming, who owns that?
It's Drew's house, where he's putting,
Oh.
he's building his
Yeah.
house on the backside.
So they've got an ADU sign right out on the road, you can see where they're redoing
The-
their septic.
They're putting a septic
um,
in, and there's a foundation out back.
Wow, look at them go. It's pretty cool.
but they're spending a fortune,
It's their money, God bless them.
so.
You earn it to spend it, right? I'm not here to judge, I'm just happy.
You know, you're supposed to borrow it, that's how the economy
It's
grows.
another unit.
So anyways, we digress.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna go to the planning board this evening, and we're going to ask to engage phases 1 through 4 of North Country Council's proposal, inclusive of the visioning, and how about the mailing?
I think
Yes,
so.
that's in those numbers that we just talked
Yeah.
about.
I think we should do it because we're putting things out on Facebook. We've received 125 survey responses, but the purpose is to reach out to everybody. So if we show that, okay, well, we also sent this out, we can put something in the paper, we can put it online again, and then we're truly broadcasting this as much as we can. It's like,
It's for
come
the
on.
old people that don't have Facebook? No, the old people, the people that have Facebook.
Yes, we do have Facebook, that's, the
I
kids all
don't.
make fun of us, they're like, really? Yeah, no.
Everybody else has exited
This cat
Facebook.
doesn't. I
Yeah.
got no
No
exposure to
Social
our
media.
comrades across the seas. They're not gonna find me electronically.
And so that does not include the 2,500 in task 5 for land use. I just wanna make sure you're okay with that, because you had
Yes.
mentioned through land use, but it's really up to land use, and I
Up
wanna
to
make
land.
sure we're
Yeah.
speaking the same language.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there.
And that leaves us with a little bit of money left. If everything is no, we have $5,000 to say, okay, what do we really need help with?
Yeah.
I think even for the whole nut, that we're getting stuff done for very little money.
I don't disagree, yeah, I think it's,
I just did the math, and the only extra, if you did everything in their menu, we only need $10,565 more than the 25 that we have to do this whole thing.
As long as they give us the 42 and change for the membership.
Right, which they are gonna do, because it's just a wash. It's a zero-sum game, because we're paying that out of another pocket, they're getting the money anyways, no,
Right.
they're giving us no break, we're paying it
Absolutely.
out of a different
Yeah.
Bucket.
pocket. Same, different pair of pants, same pocket, how do you say that?
Same pants, different pocket.
There you go.
Same church, different pew.
Okay, so consensus on that?
Do we need a motion for that, or we?
You can make a motion.
We don't, this is advisory, you go to the planning board, makes the motion.
Gotcha, okay.
But I think that's good though.
I
It's
think.
taken us a while, but
Yes.
we've definitely pawed through all of this, and I mean, I don't think that there's any cheaper way to do it. I know that the quotes that we were initially working with were way higher, so.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I think we're still doing quite a bit of work with this, and I'm okay with that. Hope everybody else is too, but they are going to end up editing it. They will draft it for us, take all the data, put it all together for us, and then we end up with a full
And
document.
present it digitally,
Yes,
so.
so that's good.
Print it one copy for somewhere?
It doesn't include print, but if we want,
But we can do
People
that,
prefer-
because we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
You're gonna need something on the desk upstairs.
Well, that, so you need two, because something's gotta go in the archives. I mean,
And that has
technically
to be
speaking,
printed?
no,
or,
right now it does simply because we don't, not that we, I don't have the capability of figuring out where to archive things electronically that aren't gonna disappear when the server does.
It's happening more and more to everybody.
Right, but I mean, I just don't know how to do it. We're gonna have to buy buy a cloud to put above the vault where all the paper stuff is, and then we have the cloud right above it. And we put all the electronic stuff in the cloud. I don't know. I really, you can, there is a PDF-A, the A is archivable, which somehow when you save it in that format, it can't be changed, it can't be altered, blah, blah, blah. It's archivable. So that is acceptable, but what I don't,
Question is the storage.
I'm at a loss of, like, where is that storage supposed to be that's secure and et cetera? That's the answer that I don't.
You can have contracts on them.
Well,
Yeah.
right, so as of right now, I would print a paper copy of this updated master plan and shove it in the archives where the old copy is, and
Makes sense.
at least
Copy
then,
go online as
because eventually, probably, it'll be after me for sure. Somebody will go in there and take all of those papers and digitize them,
Right.
and wait till they get the bill for that. It's pretty good right now, our little bunker,
That's kind of nice.
it'll survive the fire.
okay, so we will present this to the planning board
Yeah,
for their approval and ask them to go to the select board, or ask you to go to the select board.
yeah,
And enter into this contract with MCC.
yeah.
Am I missing anything?
Well, then we'll ask the selectmen to do a bond for 12 or 15 or whatever, not a bond, do a
Oh,
art
I-
Yeah.
Warrant article.
for, 12 or
For
15.
the difference.
Yeah, by my math, it's just over, it's 10,565.
Can we do that at the same time?
We could, yes.
Okay.
The selectmen won't present the article at the same time, but they'll include it in the budget, so.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
So assuming that the planning board accepts it tonight, when would we go to the select board?
We could have,
Next
somebody
week.
should be there tonight.
No, well, yeah, you'll have a selectmen's
Right.
rep, but the selectmen meet next Tuesday.
And can our rep just take it to the select?
Sure.
So, yeah.
But what they can't do is make a decision tonight.
Right,
Right.
right.
Okay.
The board has to make that
Right.
decision.
So we'll ask Adam to bring it over?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then following that, and approval, then I will reach out to Michelle.
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay. All right, we're cooking now.
Well, before we leave this topic, is there a document that they would be signing to engage North Country Council? Because that should probably go to the selectmen with all of these numbers itemized in it.
Okay.
And that way they're not
Yes.
just
So an
approving it, they're
actual
actually
contract.
signing
Membership
it.
form of some sort.
If
So
that's
the
what,
planning board doesn't sign the contract, the select board does?
Right.
Okay.
Because they're the money people.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll ask Michelle for that because I don't have that, I just have this.
Right. So ask them for a contract. Yeah, I think that it's time for this board to make positive steps in moving this whole game along, because I don't wanna be here a year from now doing this.
We might be here a year, or not this, but we'll definitely be working on the plan,
So,
but yeah. Time to make moves. That's good.
we hire these people with their staff, they ought to have this done in a week and a half.
It's not how it works. But, I can set up the first, meeting as well, if that's okay with everybody. The kickoff meeting, I can just ask if that can be our next meeting.
In December.
Can we
Yeah,
just start from the
does that
line of
work?
scrimmage, skip the kickoff?
We tried to do that, they wouldn't let us.
and,
No.
okay. And do you want should the whole board, or should the subcommittee?
So I think it should be the entire board, and Michelle said that selectmen would be invited and anybody else really who has a stake in this would be
No.
invited to that.
When you say the whole board, you mean the planning board?
Planning board, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree,
Yeah.
cause the selectmen are signing it, but the planning board is engaging them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then anybody else would be welcome to, so you can reach out.
How long was that kickoff meeting? Is there any information on that?
6 hours or so, I think.
All night.
Well, I wasn't thinking, for me, I was thinking, maybe you could, if it's short, you could do it at a selectmen's meeting, perhaps?
Right,
So
a
it might-
planning board.
Well, it'd be
Or
at the
at a
planning
board,
Yeah.
I don't know how many
Yeah.
select board you'll get to come to a planning board meeting.
At least one,
Well, yeah.
hopefully.
No, he's gonna be out, he's gonna be doing basketball, so he won't be at meetings.
I think it will be kinda long
I'm just
because
saying.
they have to do the entire project overview.
Well, Michelle can tell us what her average engagement time is for that first meeting, and then we can.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
plan.
do think it should be, and how do I say this, selfishly speaking, keep it on a Wednesday night,
okay.
because Wednesday nights are when this meets, and if I don't have this meeting, then I don't have anything else on any other.
Right, right.
Do we think that the December meeting will be too close?
If
Just
Paul,
I don't think so.
Paul?
We've got the cell phone tower, so just keep that in the back of your head.
What if we, I think, knowing what I know, I think we should pick another Wednesday night that's not a planning board meeting. And the only reason I
Oh,
say
I
that is
see,
because they seem to have stuff queuing up that could chew up time. It would make your night longer if we tried to do
Right.
This is
It's
a intense meeting on top of getting
Right.
into a
You're probably right, yeah.
complicated applications and considerations and discussions. I think we're probably better off to see if we can schedule a separate Wednesday night. It's still a planning board night. You can schedule it any night you want to, but Wednesday nights I can be here, the other nights it's roll the dice.
Yeah, right now we're on the 3rd.
Right.
But we could put applicants off for a month too, say, sorry, we don't have time. We're talking
That would
about
make them
something else."
so happy, wouldn't it?
Don't matter to me.
Well, you only really got two, the 10th or the 17th in
Yeah.
December,
Yeah,
because
because
probably
24th.
nobody would wanna do
Christmas
Christmas
Eve,
Eve.
yeah, I don't think so.
Ho, ho,
I'm
ho.
I'm busy.
You're a little,
I'll be with you.
Yeah.
So I can try for the 10th and then if not, the 17th,
see what their schedule is.
see what Michelle's
Yeah.
doing. And then would that mean we just get rid of the 3rd for this?
I would think so.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so just cancel.
Whatever night in December we meet with them for the kickoff that we don't need, we could just start at the 35-yard line,
Alright,
touchback.
I'll be out in the, I'm gonna be in the end zone in December, I'm afraid.
The whole month?
The whole month.
You're gone.
I'm staying for the first Wednesday, but I'm in the end zone, and
Well-
that's baseball. Sorry.
so you're,
Well, no offense, Mark, but I think we can get this scheduled and get the ball rolling.
I
Yeah.
think, I would hope so.
Probably, see if we can, maybe we could get it to the midfield by the time you get back.
Yes.
okay. Alright,
I know, you're not getting brownie points.
I haven't been anywhere in a week.
In a
week.
month, less than a month.
No, I was
Paul and I
out of
will
town,
struggle along.
I was in New York over the weekend, so.
do we need to approve the minutes too?
Oh.
The old minutes?
The October meeting, yeah, so
I make a motion, we approve the October minutes.
Second.
a motion been made and seconded to approve the October minutes. Any discussion? All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it.
May I just ask for a copy by email of that Madison and Vision document I see over there with the scanning code on it?
Oh, yeah.
It's on the website.
Oh, it is, on our website, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go find it.
Okay.
It should be right on the front page somewhere, because the whole intention was the same, so people can click on that.
I wanna print it out. I find that a lot of times when you're talking to people, it's almost more effective to say, oh, do you have your cell phone? Scan here. Take the quiz.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I had a meeting with somebody a couple of weeks ago, and it's beyond me, and I really don't, some things I don't care to learn. But he had a QR code on his phone that you could scan to upload his contact information. So you don't have to send a text message to get his phone number, he shows you his QR code, you upload that, and you have his contact in your phone now.
I do know there's the iPhones have AirDrop.
Yeah, we can just like.
Mhm.
So I can just put my phone next to Taya's and hit the contact I wanna
Right,
share.
but this
and
was different, he
magically it
literally,
goes.
And
he
scan
he
thing.
had a QR code
There's
on
free
his screen.
websites that will make the URL into the code, and that's just a JPEG he's showing you. So you could do that in 10 minutes upstairs and have it on yours for you.
I need to go
Not
so
that you
that
would want
Paul
that
can get here
because
for the planning board meeting.
Chinese.
We only have one car.
Are we officially closed, Mark? Are we
Adjourned,
adjourned?
Thank you.
Okay.
seconded, all in favor, raise your hand.
Alright.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Cheryl.
where do
See you
a
next
tax
month.
rate be at?